Good morning, Pisces. Good morning. Ooh. It's been already an interesting second half of the year, but just to understand and know that, Lord have mercy, we are in the month of December. Isn't that crazy to you? Like, I feel like I lost some time. I really do. I'm feeling like all day today, specifically, I felt a little bit of a push. A little bit of a push to get something accomplished, to get something done. And I think that might be on a collective. I think, with me meditating and praying before I'm pulling cards and trying to bring forth this message, that was the feeling that I was feeling, So I think collectively we're all feeling this push to like get some things done, whether it be wrap up your Christmas shopping or I don't know, a little bit more traveling. Like there's a push to like move, right? So today I want to bring forward a message for our Pisces. This message should go into the first half of December 2019, right? What Pisces need to know. I'm going to use the Ethereal Visions deck. And again, I pray and I meditate over these cards prior to even trying to bring forward a message for our Pisces or on a collective, any sign. And that was the feeling that I was getting. Oh boy, that was the feeling that I was getting. That almost, it's a feeling of like, oh, I need to, I don't even have a list of things I need to do, but I do feel like I have so many things that I have to get accomplished. And I'm not sure why. It's just a feeling of get it done, get it done. So maybe that's the overall message and tone for this reading for my Pisces. It's very interesting because Cancer showed up a little bit in that way as well, like where, well, you'd have to watch the reading. Okay, I'm not going to take all of those because that to me just felt like a lot. So on the bottom of the deck we have the 8 of Swords, but it is in reverse, right? So let's go with that. Yeah, Pisces, what's going on? Okay, Pisces. Ooh, somebody's in love. You got some new beginnings going on in love. Wow. Yeah. Oof. Okay, Pisces, look at you. Look at you. All right. Well, it looks like, Pisces, in your most recent past, you were trying to figure some things out. And it looks like you were trying to figure some things out in regards to the burden that you were feeling with not being able to find a partner. But, recently you found someone. You found someone very recently who, after a period of kind of waiting around, it looks to me like you were burdened. Like, I don't want to say burden, right? Maybe burden is too heavy of a word, but that's pretty much what's coming up here, right? There was a time where you were like, you kind of went inside, but at the same time, it's like what you wanted to bring forward was marriage. Like you're preparing yourself for an institution of marriage, or you want to prepare yourself to be someone's wife, to be someone's husband, right? And it was a burden for you in a way because maybe it was overwhelming you that you feel as if in the moment that you're in right now you have it all to give. Like, I have this all to give to somebody. Look at me, I have my home already, I have a couple cars, I have my businesses together. Well, why can't I find a mate? Why can't I find the right person for me? And it looks like you've just been kind of like dating around, dating and it just didn't work out. Like, it just didn't, like, for whatever reason, these people or whatever, they shown up as just insufficient for you. Like something was missing. But let me just tell you that, funny enough, with you preparing preparing to be this whole person, spirit was leading you in that way. So this is almost like it was spirit driven, right? You had an innate sense of, and Pisces are very intuitive people, period. They're very intuitive people, but basically charged by their heart, charged by the way they feel. They're very feelings, oriented. But I think all cup signs are, like, all water signs, I would say. So the Cancer, the Scorpio, the Pisces, they definitely rely a lot on the way that they feel. It's that love, it's loving energy. So that's what you were missing in these people. It's like, okay, so what Spirit just told me is that you were showing up as very put together, right? You were showing up on these dates. You were showing up with your resume in hand, almost requesting a resume from the person that you were dating. Like, let's see it. Let's see it. Like, how's your credit? What happened in your last relationship? How did it fail? Do you have any kids? How many baby mothers do you have? How many kids do you have? You were showing up like you were interviewing them, but that was on purpose. Like, Spirit was saying to you, to get what it is that you want, you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do the work on yourself, but also ask the right questions. And I think that's what was frustrating you, the burden of, like, oh my God, no one's answering these questions in the way that you wanted to feel. Like, you hear it, but they didn't give you the feels, right? But that was Spirit. That was Spirit's way of not teaching you a lesson, but trying to get you to complete something in your past, something that was karmic. All these lessons that you were learning in this time of reflection in a way, this time of you understanding that what you wanted next, you had to prepare for. It was so that you didn't go into another bad relationship, in another bad marriage, in another bad partnership. That was Spirit's way of, okay, let me sit you down and figure out what it is that you actually want so that we can complete this. We need a completion here because we can't go back to that anymore, right? We can't. So even though you may have had a stern hand, it was for a reason. And you didn't see what it is that you needed to see until very recently. And this person that you met is coming towards you. They're coming towards you, and they're actually handing a cup to you. Okay, so all right, this person you met this is a past life type. This is why, okay, so this is what is happening. To complete that karmic cycle for you, it was a karmic debt that had been paid, right? You completed it. You understood that to move forward in a new perception or a new idea of love, you had to do something different. And you did that. But a part of doing that, it actually kind of spun the wheel in your direction in a way. And then in this month of December, either you have met this person or there's going to be some type of reconciliation between you and someone from your past. It could be, I feel it's a soul, like a soul connection, like a twin flame or something. I feel like it's somebody that you may have met before, but not in this lifetime. A reconciliation of some sort with someone from your past, someone that you had walked this life with before, had a soul contract with before. Because you've done all the work. You've done all the work. You've done all the work. So right now, either you have met this, it's odd because what I'm seeing is like it's almost like a aha moment, like aha, or maybe I keep wanting to say you met this person before, but I think I don't know. I don't know if you've met this person before or this is someone from your soul's journey, someone that you made a contract with before. But I think you went through what looks to me like a dark night of the soul, but a part of that was just you getting ready to recommit to this person. And you, in the month of December, almost have like an aha, like you either been dating this person before or whatever, but they show back up, and they show up with a cup of love, like, look, remember me? You know, and this is not a person that you, it's weird because I feel like this is not a person that you know, but it's a person that you know. You get the feels for this person. And in the past, with this relationship, with this person, like, it was a lot of work. That's what this was about. Like, in this time, you were supposed to go through this dark night of the soul with preparation for you to be the person who your mate needs you to be. Because in the past, it shows up as like the devil. The relationship shows up as the devil, or like some type of a unhealthy tie, some type of unhealthy relationship, basically. Like almost like an addiction. Like, you know, something that you probably, it was unhealthy, like maybe codependency, or, you know, you were showing up yes, because the overall tone, and I'm sorry that I am like taking long breaks, but I'm excited for you, right? Because the imagery that I'm getting and I'm seeing is that the overall tone for the whole entire reading was the Eight of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords to me shows me a person who at one point felt like they were tied up, you know, like you were stuck with something. But this shows me now that you're unstuck. You're ready to move forward. You've gotten all the things that you needed to get together to have a healthy relationship with this person. A person from your past. It could be past lives. It could be a reconciliation of a past relationship. Something that didn't work out in the past based on an unhealthy tie that binded you guys. It was unhealthy. And then you were putting in a lot of work. A lot of work. And still coming up short. You know, kind of, you still like understanding that, you know, there was a codependent feeling in the relationship. And it was heavy even for the person that you were with. But what Spirit is telling me that in the month of this, what Spirit is telling me is that in the month of December 2019, the first half of December, these things are gonna come full circle. Like you're going to feel loved. You're going to be able to give love. You've went through this like thing. The blinds have been taken off. You no longer feel stuck. You feel like you want to move forward, and this person has been watching you in a way, has been watching your progress. It's honestly a little bit, you know, this person. It's odd. I don't know. I keep hearing, you know this person, but I think it's from your soul's past. But what Spirit is showing me is that this person is going to show a side of you that you've been preparing for. That passionate King of Wands energy. That passionate, creative. You know, this is going to be... was your last reading like this? I feel like maybe last month, you know, the second half of November was like this. I don't know. I have to go back and look. But you're no longer feeling like you're left out of the situation. You don't feel, you have it all together. You put the puzzle together for yourself. You know, so it's like the confidence has been restored. You know, you don't feel intimidated. I think there was a sense of intimidation from. All right, I'm gonna leave that there. I just want to say to you that all that work that you've put into to be the husband that you need to be, or be the wife that you need to be, you did it. You know, you're showing up in the end like full, you know, a whole individual. And congratulations, because it's not easy work to look inside of you and repair the things that you know need work. You know, looking at the light and the shadow sides of yourself is not an easy thing to do. You know, there's a lot of things that come up in our past that ultimately we know that we have to heal so that we can move forward. And that's what you've been doing. You've been healing some things, you know, releasing the burden to get these new beginnings in love, releasing the burdens that you were kind of walking this earth with, so that you can have this new beginning, and that you know that all the hard work that you've been doing or put forward is going to manifest to, ultimately, there's a partnership there, but you're whole, and that's the win. You're a whole person, and that's the win. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull. What am I going to pull? I'm going to pull a Ask Your Guides card to see how and what maybe you need to know something else. Maybe a little bit, not something else, but maybe this will give you a little bit more direction with what's happening here. I feel like either you know this person or you. All right, we're going to go with this card. And what do I have? Deprivation. Yeah, listen. The card that actually was up as well was risk, right? So it was risk and deprivation. Risk and deprivation. I'm going to go ahead and read both of them because deprivation showed up, but then also risk right after, right? So maybe you were depriving yourself right now to take a risk in some way. I don't know. Let's see. It's funny because I started not to take that card, but as soon as I turned over deprivation, I realized that they went together. So let's look at deprivation. And deprivation is a 34 or number 7 card. Deprivation. Withholding, paranoia, stinginess, frugality. Whether because of a sudden change of circumstances or long-held patterns of lack, you may find yourself feeling overly concerned about your finances and security right now. You might be worrying that there won't be enough to meet your needs, so you're trying to conserve every penny. Your fears may even cause you to unconsciously seek others to reassure you or guarantee your need in some way. That's interesting because you showed up as being very codependent or left out of a situation. Okay. The trouble with allowing these fears to take over is that your insecurity will be felt by others and they will step back fearful of being used for your security, creating a cycle of even more deprivation. This card of fear and lack dries up the well of prosperity even further. To get back into the flow of things, your prosperity guides you. To get back into the flow of things, your prosperity guides urge you to reconnect to the source of being generous in all ways. Any stingy tendencies, even with yourself, only keep you cut off from a divine supply. Reclaim your self-esteem by recognizing you are a trust fund baby of the universe. Your needs will be met easily if you open your heart to receiving the universe's gift. That's interesting. That's interesting to me because all the work that you were doing on yourself is basically saying that. I mean, maybe it was due to some insecurity in some way. Maybe because what I saw in the beginning were you trying to get all your ducks in a row and you understanding that you needed to do this because you wanted to show up as very whole. And now that you were feeling that weight and that burden, you also want your mate because you want the mate to also. Anyway, let's go with risk, number 43, which is another 7 card. These are both 7s. 2 7s on the ground. So that to me says also like this is spirit driven, right? This is God, like spirit universe has their hand all over this, which is shown up by the world here. And then also temperance. So yes, 43. All right, Pisces. This is nice. Risk and joy. Curiosity, delight, bliss, and charisma. Life feels so good right now, and you're barely scratching the surface of what's possible. Follow your guides as they lead you into a new, sensual, and highly appealing territory. Flaunt your sexy self. flirt, laugh, explore. Take your free spirit for a walk on the wild side. Don't be afraid of daring exploits. You need to push the limits past the familiar, the predictable, and the safe, free from fear's grip. This will give you the psychic juice to create. Your joy guide's message: let your hair down and live a little. So, prosperity guides first, and then your joy guides second. Both spirit driven. Well, I hope that answered the question for you. Maybe you were feeling a little bit of I don't know. Maybe you feel like you needed to get yourself together in this time to become this, maybe that's what you were feeling. I hope this message resonates with you, and congratulations on how you're showing up now. This is great. You're able to like let some walls down and break some soul ties, and some karmic lessons have been learned, and that's a good place to be. People don't understand how going through that dark night of the soul, that's a journey that is woo. But all right, Pisces, good luck, and I will see you on the next one. I hope if this does resonate with you, put it in the like the video first. Like the video first, and also if it does resonate, put it in the notes in some way. Put it in the comments so that I can see how, or if it did, or if it didn't, resonate for you. Okay? All right, guys. See you in the next one.